Hello guys, welcome back to another Boom Beach video. So this is my very first time on this account. This is my dad's old account. I renamed it. This is my confusion account. So I'll be discussing the plans with you very quick, and then I'll get on to some base reviews from you guys. So if you want your base review, just click on your name, click share, copy the link, and send it to me. So I'll show you the base in a minute. You kind of saw a sneak peek there. So basically what I want for this account, I'm just going to be farming up a bunch of power powder. I probably won't join the main rejects for a while. Kind of what my plans are is once my main account gets low on power powder, I'll bring this account over, and this account will act as my main account in that task force while my main account farms up power powder. So I can always be running a full boost, and I can always be attacking ops, which is fun. So anyway, my dad's been playing for a year and a half, and I finally was able to snag the account from him. He kind of got bored of Boom Beach, so here's my map. He didn't attack much. And here's his base. It's a pretty trashy base. He did have 2 prototypes placed, which is weird. He wasn't pushing, so I wouldn't suggest placing prototypes if you're not pushing or trying to get a lot of intel, and he wasn't doing either, so yeah, he probably didn't need them. He's pretty low on metals. And this account is going to stay pretty low on medals. It's not going to gain too many medals. I'm going to kind of manage the medals a little better, so I'm not going to be pushing on this account. My main account is at 1,200 victory points, and I do not need another account pushing for medals. Anyway, Weapon Lab. That's many prototype parts he has, not too many. And let's check his statues. So he has a 38% gumbo energy. My main account has a 39. He has 417%, which is nice. He has a 70% power stone chance, 48% resource reward, 34% troop health, and I believe it was at 35 the max. Either 35 or 34 is the max, so a very nice statue. And 25 troop damage, which is trashy. Oh my gosh. And a 10% troop damage, which is also trashy. Okay, here's his power powder and everything else about his account. So it's going to be a lot of fun playing on this account. Not too many achievements done. He's halfway to perfectionist here, which I just completed on my main account. So anyway, let's jump into the base reviews. Oh, also, he has fully maxed landing crafts, which is amazing. Landing crafts are a pain in the butt to upgrade. Max gumbo, like I kept telling him to upgrade his offense, and he did not disappoint me. Maxed Zukas, maxed warriors. It's an amazing account. Okay guys, let's jump into the base reviews. So these guys were requesting a base review for the longest time now, so I'm finally getting around to base reviews. I do them in the order people place the comments in, and this is from like my very first video about resource bases. So that's how far we're backed up, and this is the 3rd installment. Anyway, let's do this. Thomas OP. So I'm gonna try to go a little faster than normal because I'm already 4 minutes into the video. So I would say get rid of your resource production statue. I did a whole video on that. I'll try to remember to put a card on the screen now to watch that video because I talk about it. Why resource production statues are trashy. So go watch it. I also wouldn't suggest placing blue statues unless you're pushing in metals. I would try to replace those with some offensive statues like gumbo energy or damage, or even a troop health would be better than a blue statue. Especially at this low level, it's very important to try to get offensive statues because everyone's going to defeat you. Anyway, base design. First things I'm noticing, you could shock both of these pretty easily. Now, newer players aren't very good at seeing this, but when they're this close together, I'm pretty sure everyone will see it. So I would say, like, maybe move this boom cannon and put it here, and it's a little harder of a shock, so just move those two. Nice job putting some machine guns around the HQ to kill warrior hits, because those are a pain in the butt to combat against. You could even move, replace this flame with this sniper tower back here. I don't know what types of effects that would have on Smokey. I mean, with like a hookah or tank, because I'm not a very good tank or hookah player. Other than that, it looks like a pretty solid base design. A very nice base design to start the episode off in. Nice level vault. I don't know what. You could probably upgrade it a lot more. So try to get that vault upgraded, guys. That's going to help you the most if you're trying to save resources. Landing crafts. Let's see, 14, 16. They're pretty low, actually. My account, my my free-to-play account has or is level 35 now, and I have like 4 levels higher than this landing craft here. So I have like a level 14 leveled landing craft. So try to get those landing crafts upgraded, man. Okay, guys, next base. Are you? Oh, I love these players so much. I don't know if he was just trolling, but I obviously can't give base tips for a base like this. Oh, I love it. I love these accounts. Oh man. So he has a few defensive towers over here, and he has a few sniper towers over here. But this is an amazing account. Good job, man. Obviously, when you're doing this, there's no way you can win a defense. So, good job, man. Let's look at your statues. 40. What the heck? My main account has been playing Boom Beach for 3 years, and I have a top of 39%. I am so mad right now. And a 28% troop damage, still better than this account, Confusion. 48%, which is a very nice resource reward statue. Decent Guardians, but no max Guardians yet. Serves you right for getting such a good Gumbo Energy masterpiece. So yeah, this guy knows what he's doing, guys. Just getting that offense upgraded. Good job, man. Okay, guys, third design. Again, guys, go watch that video. I put a card on the screen earlier. Don't have green statues. Enough about that. And I also mentioned don't place prototypes unless you're pushing. If you're never planning to push, I would say go for it. You can place prototypes. The reason I say that is because I know so many people on my main task force, the rejects, that would love to have prototype parts, and they wasted them when they were a lower level. So I would just say, if you're ever planning to push, save off your prototypes now. Eventually I may even push this account, so that's why I'm going to be saving my prototypes. Same thing with kind of ice statues. You don't really need ice unless you're like 800 and up. Even if you're sitting at 800, you can still have 1 or 2 ice statues, but I would say the majority should be offensive statues. So I would say pretty solid base design. It looks like a very nice anti-tank base with the Doom Cannon in the back. I would say maybe like move a boom cannon, like replace it with this cannon here. I mean, you can get, no you can't. You can get 3 of these cannons in one shock. You can get 2 boom cannons and a shock launcher in one shock. So there's multiple times where you could like do one shock and hit multiple defenses. So other than that, some people might even flank your base with smoky tanks or smoky hookah and get back here. I would say like take these defenses and line the back of your defenses over here. So like make a circle of offensive or support buildings around your defenses, but don't have them touching. But that way people can't just go and steal your extra free energy or just take extra buildings, because I would get back here with warriors. Rocket launchers wouldn't do much against warriors. I would just get back here, take all these defenses, and then flare down to the HQ and take the core. Pretty solid base design, pretty solid landing craft, so good job, man. Okay, guys, we got Mr. Asama. I believe that's how you say his name. Nice statues. They're idols, but you're level 23. What can you expect? At this point in time, dark statues are so hard to get, so I would say it might even benefit you if you got a red magma guardian down. Take out this little resource reward. I mean, you really shouldn't be placing a resource reward unless you have like a guardian or higher. Like a little idol of 10% isn't going to do too much at this level. I mean, you can have it, but I mean, I know how hard it is to get stuff down this low, get power stones down this low. So definitely you know what you're doing with the offensive, and you have a power stone chance, which is a fairly nice power stone chance. So good job with those statues. No green, which is what I like at this level. He has a good use of these buffer buildings, kind of worked in with his regular buildings, so they're not just sitting behind the base. This is actually a very solid base design, in my opinion, at this low level. The only thing I would do is I would take this sculptor and maybe like place it back here so it's a little harder to take. I feel like this front area is just super easy to take with like Zukas or Hookah, and then you get into his actual defenses, because as soon as the cannons take in, you can get like 9 energy before the cannons even hook in, which can make a difference. Or no, like 12 energy. before the cannons hook in, and then you can flare up here. So good use of the buffer buildings, but just move like an armory or the sculpture back here. Good job. This is an awesome base design, I gotta say. Okay guys, next guy, anyone AFK. He is level 50. Very nice use of statues. Let's look at him quick. 49%, which is good. 26%, it's okay. Honestly, you can't do much about these. Is that a max? Okay, I'm gonna look up the maxed for troop health. Yes, it is a 35% is the max. So one under, guys, is still an amazing statue and pretty decent statues overall. Again, I wouldn't suggest having prototypes. I mean, 1 or 2 is fine. I mean, that's all you can have to at this point. I would say like 1, just have 1 down. Probably the shock blast or a doom cannon. If you really want 1 down, but I wouldn't suggest having any down unless you need intel or you want to push metals. So, I know it's hard because it makes it harder for people to take loot from you, but at this point, you'll get people that are max players that are able to take your base down. I mean, this account's only 100 metals higher, and I'm a level 62, and I can easily take this. So, I mean, you'll get players that can take this out. So I would say probably don't use the prototypes until you're a little higher up in metals. I would say like 800 and plus if you really want to use prototypes. I mean, I didn't use prototypes until I hit like 900, I believe. So yeah, other than that, this base design is pretty easy with warriors, but I like what he does here. Even though this widespread base design is super easy to take out warriors, he does something very nice here. He has his machine guns around the HQ, and I did a whole episode about machine guns hitting stuff, and machine guns are super overpowered right now, so this is a very nice base design feature along with mines around the HQ. The only thing is, this hot pot can only take out a few, and hot pot destroys warriors. So I would say maybe like swap the 2. I feel like that would help you base the most, like swap these 2 defenses, and that would help against warriors, and it might even help against other troop combinations. I don't know, but that would just be a major warrior, anti-warrior feature. But decent landing crafts overall, nice space. Honestly, guys, these are some super nice bases so far. I don't want to jinx it, but in the last episode, we had some pretty bad base designs. But in this one, we have some pretty solid base designs. So, again, I wouldn't use ice unless you're trying to push metals or you're over like 800 trying to get intel. You can if you want. That's enough I'm going to say about that. Using Grenadier Medics, that's a nice strat, man. Try to get these 2 landing crabs up. Probably trying to work on them. But yeah, that's all I would say about that. We can't see the hero HUD. It kind of stinks. It looked cool if we could. He only has 1 prototype down. And at this point, guys, like 350 metals, you don't really need a prototype. I would say if you're gonna have one, wait till you're over like 450 or 400 or even 500 if you seriously want one. Anyway, he has a few machine guns around the HQ. It benefits you a lot more if you take like this machine gun and replace it with that flame to defeat warriors easily. Other than that, this is what I was saying earlier about the buffer buildings, like 1 tile away from your defensive buildings. That way people can't flare back here, take out all these buffer buildings in the back, or support buildings or offensive buildings, whatever you want to call them, without there being consequences. So very nice feature. Other than that, it looks like a pretty solid base design. You can't get both boom cannons in 1 shot. He has cannons back here in case someone flanks his base with tanks. Someone could flank his base, get back here, and attack from this side with tanks and only hit 1 level 3 cannon. So it might bet, or also the shock blaster. So in this case, the shock blaster actually helps you. I mean, it doesn't do too much, but I mean, it is a shock blaster, so it can do a little bit of damage to tanks. But the only like base defect I would say is tanks flanking your base, and in that case, you'd want to have a doom cannon. So if you're gonna have a prototype, get a doom cannon. But yes, let's look at his statues. 45%. That's a pretty low power zone chance. 28, 30, 29%. So it looks like his troop health and his troop damage is okay. But yeah, not very good statues, but honestly, you can't do anything about that. Okay, guys, we have 2 more bases. Let's do this. Let's go home, and it just resets this amazing feature in Boom Beach. Okay. First, you guys know the drill. Don't have green statues, or I mean, watch the video because there's a time when you can have green statues. Lord Carnage brought up a good point. He was like, I believe I'm quoting him correctly, but he said something like, green, or it was someone else that said it. But green statues are for passive playing. Offensive statues are for resource reward are for active playing or something like that. And that's so true. If you're not gonna play at all, which is passive, green statues are gonna help you more. But anyway, I believe I'm quoting that out of context. Very nice landing craft. You can see he's upgrading one, which is nice. Let's look at his statues here besides green statue. So decent statues. I'm just waiting for someone to have a maxed statue and me getting so triggered because I don't even have a maxed offensive masterpiece yet. Okay, boom cannons. Nice placement. I don't know. I don't know the difference between like a tank player that has his boom cannons like this versus having him like here and here. I don't know if one makes a bigger difference than the other. I'm not good with tanks, so I don't know this. I would say replace these flamethrowers with machine guns and maybe get another machine gun back here or a flame, whatever. Because that's what's going to hurt warriors the most. Looks like a pretty easy base to take out with warriors. I can honestly probably even take out this base as a level 35 I have in the past. So just get machine guns around that HQ and I can't. So just do that. But other than that, a pretty solid base design. Very nice. Okay guys, here we go, the last base of the day. Turns out he's the highest also. He has 3 defensive statues, 630 medals. You can have icy statues if you want intel or push. You guys know the drill if you didn't skip the video. Okay, max resource reward. I've had a max resource reward on my main account. So I feel like it's a lot easier to get maxed resource reward because I've had like 4 on my main account and I haven't gotten a maxed offensive statue, a masterpiece I should say. So he has a max offensive building damage. I have 1 in my statue storage. Decent troop health. Pretty bad troop damage, but you can't do anything about it. But that's weird, seeing a troop damage that low at level 58. That's like serious bad luck, or he just placed it. So, other than that, some decent guardians. Yeah, he's all maxed guardians. So he has 3 grappler hooks. Okay, so it is a anti-tank base. Or an anti-scorcher base. You can tell that by the grappler hooks, but I think 3 is a little excessive. I would say replace this one with a doom cannon, and then it can take down those if you want to have it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of grappler hooks, but they are a pain in the butt to take out with scorchers. So it is a very big anti-scorcher base design, and they have so much HP, so you can't really take out the grappler hooks with gumbo energy. You kind of have to drop like a smoke so they don't die, and then when enough get there, the smoke wears out, and then they just go ham on the base. They can be used against you with warrior players, so get more machine guns around the HQ to defeat warriors. But other than that, pretty solid base design. He has some very nice landing crafts. I believe 22 is the max. How do I not know this? I haven't upgraded. Yep, 22 is the max. So I would say just try to get your landing crafts up, but you're doing a good job about that. I believe he was upgrading one. Okay, guys, and also for trader, I'm all done with the base reviews for today, guys. Amazing job of sending me those submissions. Just paste your link in the chat below or the comments below, and I'll take a look at them. Eventually, it takes a while to get through these. Trader tickets and hero tokens. So what is my dad upgrading? I just started this hero upgrade. I should have upgraded that to get universal remote. I like that he's upgrading battle orders, which is good, and he only needs 2 more, so let's actually try to get those 2. Obviously I can't upgrade because something is already upgrading. But yeah, we got 1, and let's just get 1 more so we can upgrade it if we want. And that's the one. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of gold, a lot of loot, and I'm thinking about stopping this. 50%. Oh man, it costs like 3 million, so I'll get 1.5 back. But yeah, I can upgrade that once it's done. So you can't upgrade it when it's going, but oh well. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to drop a like. As always, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.